Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. I was watching somebody make a card and I decided to make one, but I'm going to make mine different. I thought about using this paper, but I don't think I want to use that. Brown. Let me see what else I have. I'm going to use cardstock. Let me see what else I have available in here. Wow. Orange. Green. That's bright green. Purple. I could use purple because I've got a journal with purple things in it coming up that I'm going to be making. So I could use that. But it's going to need the little piece cut off the front of it. Or off the top. Now my idea for this is totally different than what the lady that was making the card. And I'm gonna cut this down a little bit. This is 8.5 by 11. And her card was 4 by 5 or 4.25 by 5.5. Her card base, but I'm going to make mine just a little bit different because I want it to fit in the journal. I guess I could pull this out and tell you what I'm cutting it down to. Let's cut it to 10 inches. Let's see, that'll be 5 inches one way. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut it to 8. And 4 inches the other way. So the 4 inches will work in the journal. In a journal. And I guess I could have creased it on the scoreboard, but I'm just going to crease it by hand. I'm going to fold it into fourths. And I'm hoping this is going to work. If it doesn't, we'll cut it down and start it over again. And because this is cardstock, it's not going to fold very easily. I'm going to have to trim some of it off so that it folds right. Either that or I didn't fold it right, and it is cracking. Okay, let me get my trimmer again. I'm going to cut some of it off. You'd probably do this with regular paper, and it would work okay. I'm going to trim it down to 3 3/4 this way. It's going to take more than one trip through that cardstock to get it cut down all the way. There we go. Done. And okay, so that's even. It'll unfold and unfold. And I could put some writing paper in here, or I can leave it to be journaled on that way. I'll probably put some writing paper. I get some of my cheapy writing paper. This will look pretty with it. It's kind of yellowish. It'll look pretty in it. And I'm going to cut it down. Where'd my pencil go? All right, pencil. Oh, I put it away. I'm going to cut out 8 pieces. 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to cut 6 pieces of this. Hopefully I can get 6 out of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, let's get this trimmer back up here. And I'll measure and see how far this... Okay, so I've got it at 3.5. By 4 3/4, we'll say. Which means that little piece won't work. So do I want to cut it down even further? Yep, I think I do. I think I'll cut this down so it's... Well, let's measure this one first. This one's 4 1/4. 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut them at 4 1/4. That way I can get all 6 of them out of one piece of paper. And it's not like it's expensive paper, but what can I say? Okay, so I have 3.5 by 4 1/4. And I'll go ahead and cut this at 3.5. Matter of fact, this is very inexpensive paper. It's also real floppy kind of. And 4 1/4. Four and a quarter. And we're going to do 4 1/4. And again, 4 1/4. Because I'm going to make writing space in here. You could use, I got to use my coffee dyed paper, cut it, tea dyed paper, whatever. Whatever. I could have used almost anything with it. But I don't want to totally cover it because then the folds won't work. The folds get real funny bunny about stuff. I think I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because this does tend to warp. I have a little container to put this in upside down and I keep forgetting to bring it in. Come on, come out, glue. Come on. Big gob right there. I don't want that on there. It'll make it hard to write on. I'm going to try and kind of center it. Spread the glue out. How are you doing? I could have inked these too, but I didn't. And I could have cut a decorative border on them, but I didn't do that either. Guess I could on the ones on the inside if I want to, which I don't know whether I do. I'm going to try and get these even. As even as I can. Okay, now I'm going to do them on the inside, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with this for the trick. I could have done the other stuff first. I should have done it first before I did this. Oh, and I turned that right side up again. I didn't mean to do that. This will give you plenty of journaling space. And it could be secret journaling space if you wanted it to. Because you could disguise this, I think. I think we can disguise it as something else. Matter of fact, I think if my idea works out right, it can be well disguised as something else. Let me spread this one, spread the glue under that one a little bit, and fold it back up. Now, it's not going to lay very flat by itself, so we have to come up with something to make it lay flat. What I want to do is put this on a page. I don't know that I have a page up here I could use to show it. I think. Where is it? I had a page there. I know I did. That's crazy. I had a page out of a journal. There it is. There it is. Amongst all my piles of papers over here that fall down. Okay. So if we were putting this on a page, and this would look pretty on that page, wouldn't it? We want something to hold it down so it doesn't keep popping up, and we want to embellish it. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to cut a piece. That doesn't quite go with it, but it wouldn't be bad. I'm going to cut a piece of paper. And I have this pale green here. Oh, that's pretty with it. And if I cut that the right width, I can put the washi down it. And still have some of the green show. And then we'll see what we want to do with it. I'm kind of going off the rails here because this isn't what the person I watched did at all. She was making a greeting card and doing all kinds of fun things with it. But I like the idea of the closure on it, so we're going to work on this. And I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to fold this over here. And I'm going to cut this part down a little bit so it doesn't show. And I'm going to glue it on to the center of the back, but I think I'm going to put my washi on it first. I think. Then I'll cut the bottom part off where I want it. And we'll get our closure down there. I hope. I hope this works. Okay, I've got this folded here. So I'm going to start the washi just a little bit. I think it'll be all right. It has a purple background. It has red roses, but it kind of has a purpley background to it. Maybe it's brown background. I don't know. It looks purpley to me. Okay, I'm going to put that down there, and then I'm going to start putting some glue because I want it to stick. I don't think I need to put glue all over it, but it does need some glue. And I don't know how long I'm going to want it. Let's see here. Okay, that's plenty. That's plenty. I heard that they're they passed a bill in the House of Representatives that to keep us on daylight saving time year round instead of switching back and forth. And then it said that the reason Arizona got away with being no time change all this time is because the state can choose to keep you on the regular time and not go to daylight savings time. And so I'm thinking, so why my state here in Alabama, supposedly, I was told, was trying to get us to keep the time not changing. So why not just go to regular time? Why do we need to be on daylight saving time? I don't understand that. If somebody knows the reasoning for it, other than maybe it's lighter at night in the winter, in the evenings, but then it's going to be darker in the morning, so it really doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another, I think. But if we can just not change time, that would be wonderful. Especially for people in nursing homes. I worked in a nursing home for 9 years, and I was a nursing supervisor, and those poor people, when the time change came, then their meals were all an hour different, and all their activities were different. It's just too confusing for people. Just way too confusing for people like that. They deserve better than that. I don't know whether I want to ink this strip or not. Oh, I should have left some down here. Well, that's okay. We'll just cut it like a little ribbon cut here. Let's see how that works. And it's not even, but it'll be okay. But I want to be able to do something so it's... I should have probably put a gusset in this top piece. And I can still do that. I can still do that. Okay, that's going to be the fold where it folds over there. And this is going to be a little gusset thing here. I'm not even measuring really, I'm just doing it. So it kind of folds over. That'll keep it down better. Okay. And I was going to put a magnet in there, and I should have done that before I closed it up. Before I did all this, because it would need to go here. So, I think I'm going to do it anyway. Put a magnet in there. Hi, this is Camille. I'm back. Unfortunately, the last half of the video that I did this didn't work. And so I'm just going to have to show you what I did. I put a little magnet on the back of here. And... oops, got to open it before it opens. Okay. And then I decorated the pages a little bit. And I put some lace over the magnet here. It doesn't really cover it up real well, but that's okay. Pages are decorated. And it gives some hidden journaling. I don't know if this needs more decoration on it or not, because I kind of like the way it looks with just the washi tape on it. But anyway, this was my prototype. I don't think I showed it to you. I don't like the way it turned out. I kind of did it the way the lady did the card. And I used this green paper and the green backing on that. And used 2 other backing papers because that's what she did, and I don't really like it. If I'm going to use it, I'm going to cut these off. So, but anyway, it's a prototype. I'm trying to get together a book of ideas. So maybe I'll put it in that. I'll cut these off and put it in there. Then I can remind myself that of what I did. Well, you know what? Looks like scissors would be better. Anyway, just to give you an idea, and I inked this, and I don't really like it inked either, but because it's the same color as the background paper, I guess it was a good idea to ink it. So what do you think? These are easy to make, fast, and give you a lot of options for what to do with them to make them pretty. You could do all kinds of things with this, and it could just be a plain paper down the front, and you could put fussy cuts down it like here. That would be pretty. Anyway, the glue didn't work. I was afraid I was going to have to use my glue gun on this, so I'm going to use the glue gun, I think, unless this will hold it. We'll see if this will hold it. The Fabri-Tac didn't work. Let's see if this one will hold it. If not, it'll be glue gunned. Either that or the magnets are too strong. I wish they were a little thinner. I think you can get thinner ones, but mine aren't that thin. Okay. Oh, that's not going to work right because it's getting glue all over my paper here. So I'll just put it on there and hope it sets up. All right, this is Camille, just showing you the end of the product since I don't know what happened to the last half of that video, but it went down the tube somewhere. I probably deleted it from my phone where I filmed from and didn't realize I deleted it. So this is Camille. Thank you for watching the video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to. And thank you to all those who subscribe and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I love the comments. I don't get very many, and I'd really like more comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.